Welcome to day 3 of me getting rid of my porn addiction in 120 days. Today I'm going to be talking about the cost of watching porn, in particular, how it affects your energy, confidence, focus, motivation, how it affects your drive, and also at the end I'm going to be talking about your brain on porn versus your brain on heroin. But before we get into that, I just want to give you guys a reflection on how I feel on day 3. So on day 3, I don't really feel much different. Like, I'm not getting as many urges. I feel like my libido and my sex drive is just stagnant and normal. I'm not getting any erections. And I've actually read into this. I've read that in the beginning, when you quit porn, you just feel numb for the first few weeks. But after the second week, you start feeling a spike in sex drive and just testosterone, libido, all that stuff. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel for now. I hopefully it hopefully it stays like that, because I don't I don't want to go through the hard thing challenges. But yeah, anyways, the video you're seeing right now, it's me at Main Street. So this is basically one of the most famous places in Gibraltar, and yeah, it's really nice. It was really nice to walk around and yeah, just enjoy. It was a really nice sunny day, a lot of people, and if you're ever in Gibraltar, consider visiting it. So anyways, that being said, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's start with the video. So the first point, as I said, was how porn affects your energy, confidence, focus, and motivation. So as you already know, porn is bad. If you've already been watching up to this point, you know that porn is bad. You may even have been affected by porn. Porn has affected my life in so many ways. I remember when I'd be watching porn and I'd go 7 rounds in one day. I'd have a huge difference in how I felt. I felt like a castrated dog. You know when a dog has its balls, it's barking, it's taking up space, it's aggressive. But when you castrate a dog's balls off, it becomes obedient. It's just chilling. It's not as aggressive. I believe that that's the same with humans. We are just manually castrating ourselves when we are just watching porn over and over again. Think about it with yourself. When you watch porn, you probably feel way worse. Maybe not way worse, but you don't feel as energized. You just want to sit down, lay down. You don't want to do much. So obviously getting rid of porn and stopping this will have a huge increase in your life. I remember when I'd be watching porn, and I used to watch porn before matches in soccer, when I used to play soccer, especially for sports. I would feel a huge difference in how I'd perform in that match, my energy, my focus, me getting into a flow state. It all changed because of me literally just releasing. That's one of the main reasons why I started this challenge, is because I wanted to see the benefits. I wanted to challenge myself to get rid of this so that my life can just improve in every way. And I want to inspire others. Think about how porn has affected your life. If you're watching this, write down right now 3 ways that porn has affected your life. Whether that be through your relationships, whether that be through how you look at yourself, whether that be just physically, your focus, how you feel, because it's affected all of those for me. I remember when I'd want to talk to a girl, a crush, I couldn't, because look, deep down, I knew I was a fapper. When deep down that you look at other girls getting fucked by other guys that deep down you can't compete with, you look at yourself in such a shitty way. So obviously I wasn't gonna fucking have some confidence talking to my crush. I wasn't. So yeah, porn affected my life so much. Affected my energy. I was an ambitious guy. I wanted to get good grades in school. I didn't get good grades because I just couldn't focus. All I would do when I got home was eat shitty food and watch porn. Then after I just watched YouTube the whole day. It stole my drive. You know, I think that's an easy way to go into the next point is porn stole my drive. I was a very ambitious guy. I wanted to go out there. I wanted to become the best soccer player. I wanted to get the best grades. I wanted to be a very good looking, very confident guy who got girls. You know, more importantly, get a girlfriend that I love and admire. But porn stole that away from me. Porn took that from me. Porn made me into a lousy, lazy slouch. You know, I felt trapped by porn. I felt like I was a prisoner to porn. It's like I wanted these things, but then after that, I was trapped in this porn jail cell and I couldn't do anything. You may have felt the same way. You want a girlfriend. You see those guys with girlfriends. You want to have a girlfriend that you love. You want to go out there, start experiencing life, stop being so anxious. But you feel like porn is just stealing all that from you. You feel like porn is holding you back. And I'm telling you right now, it really is. Because once I'm done with my point, I'm going to be showing you a picture of your brain on porn versus your brain on heroin. And I'm telling you, once you see that image, it's going to open your eyes. But back to what I was saying before about how porn has stole my drive. I remember when I'd wake up and I'd watch porn, instantly releasing my seed. Guess what would happen? Throughout the rest of the day, I wouldn't feel as driven. I wouldn't feel like I want to do anything. I remember I tried doing these productivity things where I would create a schedule for myself. If I released instantly, none of that was getting done except for maybe going to the gym. The only thing I really loved doing, and I'd always do no matter what, was go to the gym. You know, I'd wake up, watch porn, and then that's it. And then I'd watch YouTube, do all these things, and yeah, nothing productive, nothing that actually had good benefit and a great return on my life. If you feel the same way, then quit porn. Because what I'm about to show you will actually just encourage you to quit porn even more. So I'm about to show you an image of your brain on porn versus your brain on heroin. Look at those images. You see how similar that is. This image right here should really light a flame in you to really fucking quit porn. Look, for anyone saying oh, porn is okay, it's not that big of a deal. This is what your brain looks like when you watch porn. You're going to sit here and say that, oh, I'm okay, I don't need to change my life. Bro, you are basically a heroin addict if you keep watching porn. You see those crackheads you see on the side of the street when you're in the city? You see those crackheads? If you keep watching porn, you are honest. You might be at the same level as these people in the future. I know that's extreme. Oh yeah, porn versus heroin. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Because it's very normalized to say that heroin and cocaine, these things are bad for you, but not porn. Porn now it's still a bit softcore. You know that porn's bad for you, but it's still not seen as a drug. But I'm telling you, you need to take this seriously, because if you keep watching porn, you keep going down this path, you are going to ruin your life. It has already ruined your fucking life. Think about it. You can't talk to girls. You can't do these things. It's stealing your drive. This image right here should really light a flame in you to stop. Me seeing this image right now is making me feel disgusted that I've fucking done this to myself. I have basically been a heroin addict for 10 years. And I know it's not going to be easy to get rid of this addiction. But the point of the series and the point of me doing this challenge is to inspire others that you really can with determination and will and grit. So if you've been watching up until this point, I know that you want to get rid of this addiction. So join me. I want you to get your life back. The life that porn took from you. If that's something that you're interested in, join me and tune in tomorrow for day 4. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Peace.